Welcome to Eastman. I'm your host, Elizabeth D'Orazio, and we're here in the beautiful South Cove Activity Center. The sun is shining, the lights are on bright, but I'm sure you remember some of the power outages we had back around the holidays. But the good news is we're resilient people from New England, and we can get through it because we have great companies like Eversource that support us. Today I'm joined by Martin Murray. I know you've seen him on the show before. Used to be PSNH, now it's Eversource.
Right.
So Martin, tell us a little bit about the name change. Still you though.
Yeah, it is, and it's still really the people that made up Public Service of New Hampshire, but there has been, as you know, Elizabeth, a brand change, if you will. We are now known as Eversource, and really the reason for that is we had a merger of like 6 different companies in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire, but we're one company. It used to be Connecticut Light & Power, and Instar, and Western Mass, and PSNH. It was very awkward trying to juggle all of those. So for now, we are known going forward as Eversource Energy. But it's, we're the same company, the same people, and you're the same customers, so we hope to continue that history of great service.
And it's been a crazy year for weather.
Yes.
And you've been faced with some amazing challenges. Kind of give us a brief overview of what happened and what you're planning in the future to help, get us back on track.
Sure, I appreciate that. Thanksgiving, we had our 4th largest power outage in history. We had hundreds of thousands of customers throughout New Hampshire that were out of power, including our house for several days. And that's tough. That's tough on people. What we are doing as part of the capital investment that Eversource is making into New Hampshire is we're strengthening our power grid, making it more resilient to power outages. So that combines kind of 2 things. We do have a very disciplined approach to trimming trees, and we're working with our regulators, with our arborists and local communities to identify problem areas that might need a little bit more significant trimming than we've done historically, and to try to prevent those trees from causing power outages. The other thing, we are spending a lot of money to make the grid more resilient. So for example, if you have a long circuit that goes from point A to point B and you have a problem there, everyone loses power. We're making the investment to make spots in between to sectionalize those areas. So if there's an outage here, it only affects maybe a couple dozen customers instead of maybe several hundred customers. So that is ongoing over a couple of years, making that infrastructure all around, infrastructure improvements all around New Hampshire. And I think our customers are going to see a difference.
I was going to say the real-time reporting on the mobile app that I was using was invaluable throughout the storm, and
Twitter,
it was really
Facebook,
helpful.
Yeah. We have a 2-way dialogue. It's the media relations portion, me and my colleagues who work during the outages in responding to customers like you who might be asking us general questions about, what's going on, when will the power be back on. We've been doing that since 2008, actually, on Twitter.
And that's quite helpful. I know what I would do is I'd make sure I have my phone powered up. I'd make sure, okay, where's the latest map? What's going on? And it really helps you plan ahead. Okay, get more gas for the generator, or, what do I need to plan? So we really thank you. Plus, the improvements you have going ahead are really going to help us as the storm happens. It's a fact of life. It's New England.
It'll happen. As long as we have trees, it's going to happen.
That's true. Now, another big issue for anyone concerned with energy is costs. We've seen, some energy costs rising, but what are the possibilities of them coming down again?
Yeah, interesting. Now, your viewers are both Eversource customers, but they might also be customers of Liberty Utilities and the co-op. Now, Eversource Energy had our energy charge. It was fairly steady, very little change. We're around 10 cents a kilowatt hour just for the energy portion. But what you saw with some of the other companies, Elizabeth, was a very volatile change from around 6, 7, 8 cents per kilowatt hour, double that up to about 15 cents during the winter time. Those are going to come down during the summer months for at least 6 months.
Okay.
Looking ahead to the winter time, they may go up again. And the reason for that, Elizabeth, is that the supply of energy can be quite tight during the winter months, and because of that, the people that are looking out long range selling wholesale power are building that risk in and charging more for the winter months. So one of the key messages that we and governors, policymakers around New England are talking about is the need to increase infrastructure carrying gas pipelines and electric transmissions from transmission lines from Canada, for example. the region really has to grapple with that and to understand what do we need to do to ensure that we have an adequate supply so that we don't have that volatility during the winter and the summer months. It would be better to lower those costs and keep them steady so we all have some confidence and we know what those costs are going to be.
Eversource.com is a great resource also for ways we can, be more efficient and get updates such as this. So I would encourage our customers to take a look at that. But also maybe if they're part of Liberty Utilities or a co-op, you guys do have great, wonderful market information every quarter and things like that are updated. So thank you very much for joining us, Martin. And even if you aren't an Eversource customer, please make sure you check out their website. It's a great place to get the latest on energy and efficiency news. And if you are, remember, great people like Martin are working every day to make sure the power is on for you.